morning, y'all. It's Monday morning and I've had a nice weekend. But oh god, I can't believe I'm fucking here doing this again, to be honest. Back on another fucking video and about to get into game development again. It just I feel like I say this every day, but every time I fucking think about it, it just feels so insane. I felt sick this morning when I woke up because I was like, Jesus Christ, like another fucking day of this bullshit. And I whinge and I whinge and I whinge and I whinge, and I feel like that the reason that I whinge so much, I'm sort of clocking this in myself just at the moment. I think the reason that I whinge so much about my development is that because I'm sort of anticipating that it's not going to work, and that's a self-limiting like fucking problem. It's like the reason that I find it so hard to get up out of bed in the morning and to get on the computer again and again and again is because I've just convinced myself that it's not going to lead to the things that I want. And I can look to the past for evidence of that, and I can use that to justify the way that I feel, but that's not going to help. So that's something that I've been thinking about at the moment. I do want to keep developing. I do want to keep creating art and making games and making cool shit. But in order to do that, I feel like I have no choice but to believe that it's worthwhile, and that my efforts are going to pay off, and that I just have to fucking like believe in myself. Because there's no other way to like make it happen. And so like I feel like I sort of can't I can't continue to whine and complain and bitch about how difficult it is. So even though like that might be true, it might be true in one way but maybe not true in another way, or not helpful to think about in another way. So that's sort of what I'm thinking about today. And if you're wondering what this white shit is on my lip, I've got fucking cold sores, so I'm fucking stressed, man. I think I think that's what's going on. Just the last couple of weeks have just been fucking hectic. It feels like it's just been one thing after another, and they just keep popping up. I've had them like sort of here and there, on and off for like weeks at the moment, and they just don't seem to be like properly going away, so it's a bit annoying. But yeah, man, look, what can I get you up to date with today? Well, today I'm gonna fucking get on the computer again. Jesus fucking Christ. I've got some ideas in my head for shit that I want to make. I'm going to try and get a new build of my game, Voidtender, done for next Tuesday. We do have playtest circles every Tuesday, so I've got an idea for like an MC Escher, Endless Rooms kind of thing that I'm going to try and get done by next Tuesday. That's my plan. And then I'm thinking what I feel like is going to be the best course then is once I've got that first level for the game done, is I want to just fucking do like an early access release on Steam. So maybe that'll be in the next couple of weeks. That probably won't be next week. I'll do the playtest next week, and then after that I'll look at sort of tidying it up so that I can give it to people to play and get feedback. I don't know what I'm going to charge for it, or if I'm going to charge for it. I just want people to play it, and I want something out there that captures like the essence of the game, so people can get in there and be like, oh, this is like a fucking interesting concept, and then maybe I can fucking find a way to like fundraise or something. Like who knows? But I think one step at a time, and I think the thing that I can control is just making sure that I stay like on the ball and make use of the time that I've got every day to develop a game and to try and just get something built. And I think I want to believe that if I do that properly and, you know, make a game that is good and is fun and is interesting and, you know, is genuine, then the rest of the pieces should fall into place around that, because I think that's the most important thing. And I refuse to waste my time on like other fucking gimmicks or whatever to try and like drive sales or like manufacture artificial like hype for a game. Like that's just, it's not what I'm about. And so yeah, my priority at the moment is to just make a good game. I'm going to try and do that by next Tuesday, and then I'm going to look at a Steam release. So that's my plan. That's my update. We'll fucking see how this week goes. I'm going to give it the best that I've got. I've had a great weekend off. Yeah, did some shit that I don't normally do, which feels good. Like, stayed awake all night with a girl that I've just met, so that's been really nice, and sort of broken my routine a little bit, which feels good, because I feel like I'm such a square sometimes, dude. It's like, it's all I do is fucking work, and I'm in the same routines, and then it's like my weekends are just the same, but I just don't work. And then when I come back on a Monday, it's like I feel like nothing's actually changed. I've never actually rested, and so like breaking up the routine with new and different things, I think is actually really good for me. So that's it, man. I've been exercising a bit slowly and gently, and that's been good as well. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go and do some development. I'll catch you in a minute. But just in other news, I don't know if you were aware of just how fucking good it feels to hang upside down from bars. If you got a playground near your house, go and just fucking hang like this for a while. Just trust me. You'll feel your back just like, I don't want to say dislocate, but like decompress. It's like all your spinal column just like readjusts. This is how you undo the fucking biological ergonomic debt that accumulates from just fucking sitting in a computer like a statue all day. You need this shit. Oh, my fucking veins in my face are all like popping out. It freaks me out a little bit. But yeah, bro, try it out. Alright, see ya. Alright guys, so I've had a reasonably productive day. It's about 1:30. I've had to wrap up early. I've got to wrap up by 2 o'clock because I live at the same home with some of my siblings, and my brother-in-law wants to use some power tools, so I'm not going to be able to do any videos after that, and I fucking really struggle to concentrate with the noise in the background, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's also like, you know, they live here as well, so gotta respect that. But anyway, I'll show you what I've got so far. I changed the lighting and stuff in here, but that's not important. Basically what I've done is, if you watched the previous video, you would have seen that I just posted a new asset to Fab, which is the Endless Rooms pack. And I've just integrated the Endless Rooms into Voidtender, and basically what I'm going to try and build is like a sort of MC Escher room by room sort of thing with some gravity manipulation mechanics. So the idea is that you can walk through a door from room to room to room to room to room. It goes on endlessly. There's no end to the dungeon that you're in, and basically the walls and the ceilings and everything have staircases, doors, entities roaming around on them, like walking on the walls and ceilings, stuff flying around, and basically you're going to be exploring that as your little Voidtender character and taking photos of all of the different things inside. So that's sort of the plan for that. But let me walk in and I'll show you what I've got so far. So I just did like a mock-up of like the level, basically with the basic functionality. So here's the first room. We got fog downstairs. We've got these creepy fucking entities sort of roaming around. These are sort of a placeholder for the kinds of things that we might find in here. Sort of these spirits. And yeah, like I said, your goal is to walk around and to take photos of these things. That one didn't work. That's interesting. My camera might have like clipped through the wall or something. I just noticed in the bottom left it looked funny. And so as you can see, like we've got this weird shit up here. There's also a dude flying around up here. This is our flying AI. So, you know, there's going to be some weird stuff like that. Undoubtedly. He's a bit hard to get photos of. He's a little bit quick. But yeah. So this is the world. Maybe I'll show you the gravity manipulation mechanic first. So I've just set it up very basically at the moment. So I activated off my right click. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like that. I don't know if I'm going to give it a cooldown. I don't know if there's going to be limited places where you can use it. I don't know if you're going to have to walk over pads or something to do it. That's the door back to the hub, by the way.
But anyway, at the moment I've got it hooked up to the right click. So if I right click on the wall here, you can see our character can now walk up the wall. And the camera, he's sort of Spider-Manning at the moment, like it's not really a gravity manipulation thing. So I can zoom down here and take photos of these guys, and I can also adjust my gravity to go to the ceiling as well. And so I can walk up here. Ideally, I want it to flip his camera upside down so that you're hanging there like a bat. And, you know, it sort of creates that really weird sense of like disorientation where it's like you're not sure which way's up, which way's down. I think his movement is still a little bit weird. I think I can jump along here. He struggles a bit with the stairs with the gravity, but that's fine. And so then, yeah, these are like just the doors, you know. So if I drop down here again now, basically I'll show you the endless world side of this now. As you walk through the doors, we just got a copy of that same room, which is interesting. That'll sort of happen. I think what I might add some logic to make sure that the rooms get mixed up. I'm gonna probably add some logic so that depending on which door you go through, it'll give you access to a different pool of potential rooms. But basically it just selects a random room from like a list of rooms at the moment. And something else as I was thinking is it could be interesting. I sort of had this set up before, but it had some bugs in it. Is if you walk through one of the doors that is connected to the ceiling, like that one there, or this one over here, then the room that it spawns is actually upside down as well. So you can get like this room flipped on top of its head. And that actually works already, but I did have some bugs with the doors like lining up properly. So I'm going to iron that out and see if I can do it in the next video. But yeah, here we go, man. So this is like the dungeon, right? And you can see we've got a copy of that. That red line is just a debugging tool. That was checking for the collision to see if it could find a room to spawn. That's not going to be in the game. But let me zoom out now, depossess. As you can see, this was the room that we started in over here. It's kept the overlap in all of the doors because they need to be persistent, because it's keeping track of where you could potentially go and which doors connect to which rooms. And you can see this is that smaller room that we were in just before, and now we're in this one here. It basically keeps track of where you've been. Oops, I just accidentally clicked the gravity mechanic. I need to definitely move that off the right mouse button. So yeah, you can backtrack through the rooms is basically what I'm getting at with that. You can see that's just a collision. And yeah, we're just wandering. I'll see if I can find some of the other entities. I have got some more interesting rooms in here. We might have to just walk for a while. Oh yeah, back in one of those ones. Let's not go that way. Let's see if we can go up here. So gravity. This is what I sort of mean by the gravity manipulation abilities. Oh, here we go. Oh, bruh. Check him out. And these little ones are just running away from me because they're driven by sound detection and they're a little bit dumb. If I can squeeze in here, yeah, you can see he tries to run away. But yeah, they're going to need a better pen. A better pen than just this here. They'll be roaming free and trying to get away from the player. But yeah, I don't know if we'll have this guy actually in here, but it'd be cool to have some freaky sort of shit. And then if I walk on the wall, jump up here, maybe walk on the ceiling for a while, why not, and jump down here. Yeah, there's one more room I want to show you, so I'm just going to keep walking around. I might zoom out and let's have a look. So the red boxes are where it's checking for collision, and then yeah, this is where we are. So I was thinking, one of my favorite games is Metroid Prime, and this is how the map in Metroid Prime looks. You can sort of see the boxes of like where the rooms are and what leads to what. It'd be cool if you could access this as the player and sort of try to get a feel for where you're trying to get to, and maybe have like a room way off in the distance that you've got to try and navigate to, for example. That was my gravity mechanic again. I've just got a habit of pressing the right mouse button. See if I can get up here. Yep. Oh, bruh, where's this room? I just want to show you my other room. Hey guys, the gang. Let's go this way. I might have to cut this if I keep fucking wandering forever. Oh, here we go. There he is. Check him out. Oh, door's closed on me. Let's try again. Yeah. So these freaky little dudes. Oh yeah, we got some stairs and stuff. I think... Oh yeah, we have a room on the ceiling over there. Oh, I can't get there. Let's walk on the ceiling. Yeah, so this is the idea of Voidtender, is basically I want to do some bigger rooms than this. I think these are a bit too small, and you know, you'll sort of be aiming way across the room to try and take photos of shit that's off in the distance, like in the fog kind of deal. But yeah, do I have access to the other view? No, I don't. So yeah, man, that's that's the progress for Voidtender at the moment. So if you do want to use this Endless World pack for your own projects, it is for sale. If the price is too expensive, it is quite expensive on Fab. If you're an indie developer and you don't have the budget for it, or just want to use it for educational purposes or whatever, I'm happy to send that over to you. Just send me a DM on Discord and introduce yourself, and I'm happy to do that. But yeah, it's available. I'm gonna update it as I go with the project. The next thing that I want to try and put in is the multiplayer replication. And just in general, like, I'm just going to be improving it with bits and pieces as I use it for Voidtender. So there will be updates for that. So yeah, check that out. And I just will plug the Gumroad store as well. So I've got assets on there too. And again, if you're an indie dev and you don't have the money for it, just send me a DM. And the same goes for like services as well. Like, I'm happy to tutor and things, if it works, and we can collaborate in other ways basically than just exchanging money. Like, we can exchange skills and whatever. So yeah.
Alright guys, so that's it for today. I'm gonna maybe try and get a little bit more done. I've got some noise cancelling headphones, so I'm gonna fucking chuck them on, and after I've had lunch, and I'll see if I can do a little bit more. But yeah, that's it for the video for today. As usual, let me know with a comment what you thought of this. Maybe join us for a playtest circle. You can play one of our games and give us some feedback, or you could show off some of the stuff that you're working on and get some feedback on your game. We do those every Tuesday at about 10 AM Melbourne time, so if you want to join in on that, or if you want to collaborate in other ways, please reach out on Discord and say hi. I am looking for some more developers to connect with, so and to we can all collaborate and help each other with their projects and that. So reach out if that's something that you're interested in, and see you in the next one.